Thank you for the keynote. I came in partway through it, so I was able to see a lot of the discussion on that. So thank you very much. And thank you to all of those who have been joining us on these past 3 days as we come to the end. It's been a whirlwind. It's been long days. Just so everybody knows, Nina slept in the office last night. That's how dedicated she is. Staying in, uploading, getting everything in. So we're there. But thank you all for coming. And we just thought we'd take some time to share with you a bit of slides, a bit of things back of what's going on. And also that, of course, our feedback survey will be coming to you very shortly after we finish. And we expanded our normal LAK feedback survey to include a wider section on virtual conferences, as this is our first and we want to see how we continue to improve LAKs, and as well as to get a little bit of understanding of what we could have done better, what we may want to include in future options, or even to look at virtual conferences in total. So we will have a number of questions that come across. But as we said, in order about sharing information, individuals from 41 different countries have participated in the online forum. So this is not looking at who was registered. This is actually looking at all of our participants who have been involved and have what are coming in. So that's, you know, a lovely thing to see that we've got that. Our top 10 countries by participants. We can see Germany, the US, Australia, looking at with coming in with what's going on. Now, these were capturing the first and the second day and putting in. So these are some of the analytics we got from the back end of Zoom. So some people would have been counted twice. Absolutely, we're aware of that. But it's just looking at over the first 2 days of what was coming, of looking at the people. And then we can look at the top 20 countries by participants. Again, if we look and we can see in here, we've got Russia, we've got Uganda. So we've expanded some countries. This is the second year we've had participants from Russia in the LAK conference, and looking in as well as we have all of the regular countries that we have. And then the next countries we have of looking across. So it's very good. It's a very good diversity. We're very pleased with the participation that came across. And then this was just playing a little game of looking at the minutes of sessions by hosts. And of course, Maren won. Maren beat Vita of the number of minutes that she was online. So looking at the sessions, go Maren, go Maren. So Maren's in the blue. And again, these are only the first 2 days, because at the first 2 days, with day 3, it's been mostly nighttime in Australia, so we haven't been able to capture those. But we just thought we would show you a few things. Also coming,
Hendrik is there now, just so you know.
Is he? Hendrik, do you want to talk now?
I would just continue. I was busy getting the flowers. Sorry for that. It was such a long line to get the flowers, and also, but I step over then in a moment. Thanks.
Okay, so you tell me, do you want to continue from here, or do you want to share your screen, or do you want me to keep going?
Keep going, and I switch then. Wait, where are you now? You with the survey. Finish the surveys thing, yeah.
Finish the survey? All right, great, thank you. All right, so when we're looking at the top 12 sessions, so we can see our welcoming and opening keynote, looking at across over 300 people coming in. Now, we have to qualify that of looking at the way that was capturing people who were coming in and coming out. So if you came in, you were counted, and looking at those sorts of things. But also then looking at still across all of ours, it's still over 100 participants of the top 12 sessions over the first 2 days, which are very good numbers, and are even, you know, stronger numbers that were possible in the face-to-face, because we had 2 tracks versus 4. And then even again with the next 12 sessions, however, for the first 2 days, again, very solid numbers, very happy with the participation. And these are only viewing live. We also had some information about the downloads, which was much stronger, where we've live streamed and had downloads after. These were just our little chat rooms looking at and how as we were going in, and they were peaking when we were doing photo ops and taking opportunities for people coming in. So it was just nice to see where those were just open rooms. People could hop in and out, what we could see, and we could see spikes of activity in those rooms. The LAK20 is the Latin America Learning Analytics Group, where they actually had meetings during the session, which was very great. Isabel was coordinating that, one of our new executive members. So, and we had other opportunities for other SIGs to look at that, trying to look at how we could have networking opportunities coming in. And then that's it for me. And then we have the best demo. Do you want me to stop sharing and Hendrik, you to take over?
Stop it to Hendrik now.
Okay, I'll stop sharing. Hendrik, and you can take over the sharing screen.
I can take over the sharing screen. Thank you very much, Grace. Let me share first. Nope. Can you see it? No, you can't, huh?
No, not yet.
No, not yet. Now I don't feel so bad with me stuffing up on the Thursday night show social sharing my screen. Everybody was worried where you were, Hendrik, because they thought if I had to take over, how
Actually,
bad it was on Thursday.
I was in a session, but and somehow I don't get my slides shared now. I don't have the option for that.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. I can share the slides here, but I don't. These adaptive, Peter Brusilowski needs to help them with the adaptive displays here. That's really a mess in Zoom. I have no option to share them. I can just stop audio.
Okay,
and
all right. I'll share and you can talk. Hang on. Here comes my screen again. Okay.
Sandra, did you want to add anything before we go on here, or do you want to continue after Vita did this?
Well, actually, I have the sharing option now. Can we switch again?
Well,
Sure.
something must go wrong at some point, right? So better it goes wrong in the last session. So
This is a very good reflection of the planning of the whole event. Shall we go online? Shall we not? So this team is fantastic, just fantastic.
We're skilled. We're skilled users.
Yeah, we're really skilled users. This is really too much Windows and stuff, and it all worked until the very end. And now PowerPoint again blocks my whole screen. It's amazing. So I'm with Zoom, and I asked to share my screen, and it says screen desktop 1, and I say yes. And now I just need that button here.
Now you're already spoiling everyone.
You're on the wrong.
Sorry for that.
Wrong slide. You're on the wrong slide.
That's so stressful. I have the flowers with me, guys. Okay, now I pass over to Maren and Vita first, but I can press buttons now. Great, thank you.
Vita, you go ahead.
So yeah, so we just wanted to announce best demos and posters earlier, but given that there are a large number of posters and demos, and we were wanted to give you more time to vote. So organizing committee didn't participate in voting. It was just attendees and presenters. And so first award for the best demo. There were very close numbers, really close numbers in all of them. There was by single score difference in both. Go to the best demo. Next slide.
Yeah.
And best demo award is given to Marcel Schmitz and Maren Schaffer for the fellowship of the learning activity, playing, cooperating, creating awareness, and designing learning activities. Now, moving to the best poster award. And that was for Atezaz Ahmad, Jan Schneider, and Hendrik Drachler for Open Learning Analytics Indicator Repository.
Wow. Thank you, guys. Atezaz, well done. And then
very close numbers.
I pass over to, you also want to thank some session chairs, I guess, that adopted so nicely our concept and make it a flawless process, actually, what was fantastic. I think there's no better community than Learning Analytics that can take up what we have thought would be a nice concept, and it worked. And Maren wants to thank them especially.
Yes, so a thank you goes to all the session chairs that jumped in. So that's Bodong, Craig, Inge, Isabel, Melanie, Nia, Raphael, Rebecca, Sasha, Shibani, Simon, Stephanie, Javier, and Yishan. Thank you very much for chairing some sessions, and a special thank you goes to Joanna, because she actually took over while Vita was asleep for track A, to doing the technical support. So thank you to all of you for being session chairs. Applause.
And then we have some very nice announcements from the Journal of Learning Analytics from Javier.
Hello, everyone.
That was hello and goodbye. Javier, we cannot hear you.
Yeah, hello. Okay, let's turn the video. Hello, well, as you know, Solar published a journal, the Journal of Learning Analytics, of GLA for short. I have the pleasure, together with Alisa Weiss and Simon Knight, to be part of the editorial team. Along with LAK, we are the main venue for learning analytics research and practice. So if you can go to the next slide,
Sure.
Hendrik. Okay, so we're a open access journal, completely open access from day one. We have a double-blind peer review, and we accept any work related to learning analytics, but we normally feature high-cited special sections to highlight specific issues in the field. Although we are funded just in 2014, we already have grown very fast in the number of citations and reputation that we have, and currently we are the most cited journal in any LAK. We have some, if you can go to the next slide, Hendrik, thank you. We have some exciting announcements. First, our next number will be soon online with a special section of enable assessing in 21st century skills, a very interesting group of papers about how to use multimodal analytics or other types of analytics to understand a higher level concepts in learning. There is an open call for collaborative learning analytics that is soon. I don't know, it will be extended, but currently it's April 2020. And we have an open call for new special sections. So if you have an interesting topic, please let us know. Hendrik, can you go to next?
Sure.
Yeah, we're also organizing a special event on what rigor means in learning analytics. We're a multidisciplinary community, people from computer science, learning sciences, data sciences. What means rigor? What kind of standards we should keep as a journal, as keepers of the quality of the field? We should have this very clear. So we're organizing a event with the community. We will announce when it will happen in 2020. And finally, Hendrik. Very good news, we have been accepted for indexing at the Clarivate Web of Science and also in Elsevier Scopio indices. So the work that is published in LAK, in GLA, sorry, will soon be, we will soon have an impact factor, and you already can start seeing that in those platforms. So it will have more impact, it will have more visibility. Again, just to thank our authors, reviewers, invited editors, and above all, to Solar for the strong support for this completely open access journal. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Javier, and all the journal editors for their efforts to make that a great journal. Then we have some impressions from our online conference. First of all, there were these gatherings in the breakout rooms, in the bench in the sun and the coffee machine. And Maren took some wonderful pictures there. Maren, you might want to comment then.
Yes, so here's the funny hat one. So for all of you who didn't see that, we asked people to gather and bring a funny hat. And we have determined that Kwok definitely won this competition with his pineapple hat. He's in the top middle and in this screenshot, and that's just the best hat ever. I would say, from all the hats that were there. And
Absolutely.
if you go to the next one, we had a meeting at the coffee machine with coffee cups. Of course, some people brought whiskey or wine, but most people actually did bring a coffee or teacup. So here you can see some of us with our cups in different locations. And then on the next one, we met on the bench in the sun with sunglasses because, of course, in the sun it's so glaring that we all need our sunglasses. So this was also a nice thing to see. Some even have their sunglasses on their head, like Hazel, for example. So this is a really nice thing. And on the next slide, this was actually just before the keynote. So we met in at the coffee machine again, and we shared some things that are typical for our region or our country where we come from. So we had several pretzel things, we had bread, we had appleboy, we had tea, we have a baseball, we have Chilean figures, and so this was a great gathering as well. So there you have some of the impressions from the social rooms from the last 2 days. And over back to you, Hendrik.
Yeah, and really to my experience also, when we meet at the conferences, we meet but in these online conferences, we all shared our personal home over the video conference and so on. So sometimes it feels much more personal than being at the conference in that special situation. So it has been an interesting experiences. And then we also had our hardcore Twitter guys, and it was a really tough run, and I accepted bets for it. It was between Marcel Schmitz and Sambit from the Netherlands, both Dutch, but at the end they had a tie the 5 minutes before I took the flowers and came to the session. Both have 177 tweets. So that was our very intensive Twitterers again. And I would say, okay, you will win then the limited edition of the Solar game, but Marcel, I mean, you invented it. It doesn't make much sense that I get another present of them, but maybe you can pass one over to Sambit. And some other, that's the quantitative part, but also the qualitative part was wonderful on Twitter, starting with the different desktops and preparations like from Vita. I'm wondering why you always take 2 beers, Vita. Is it so small bottles, or you share always one? And also a glass of wine from Melbourne, and enjoying Ian Dole for the next LAK organizer. Great setup. Homemade coffee. Actually, my coffee didn't look that good, so next time I come to Renee. I hope you all enjoyed the dinner that I prepared yesterday. It was quite tough doing the dinner, watching the sessions and so on. And if the voting went wrong because one of your kids pressed the voting button, we offered to fix that as well. And then we also had some animals at the conference. Animals seem to be very good for emotional psychology, so we should bring them to the conferences. They can really make a totally different way. And Inge brought her dog. Wonderful. And we had some great beer tasting as well with the Lakaholics under us. So it was a special experiences, and I want to thank especially the organizing team again now really very closely, because it was a very tough time. We have been working together almost 12 hours, so 24 or 26. And Grace and I always had these first call, the first half an hour to touch base and talk quickly to each other. And when I was panicking, she kind of relaxed me. When she was panicking, I relaxed her. And then we said, we stop with this kind of thing. We always start with a joke. And then we kept always having a joke. Sometimes it was really tough to keep the joke up because times have been tough, but we have been going through that together. And I really, Christoph also supported us from Darmstadt a lot. And I want to thank all of them again. And then also very important have been Vita and Maren in the phase when we built these 3 different houses that was blended face-to-face or fully online. Maren and Vita did a tremendous job. Actually, their job were already done as PC chairs, but then they got a totally new task, organize a new conference in 10 days. Vita, Maren, you did a really fantastic job. Thank you very much. We would have not stand here without you. Thanks again. That was really cutting edge online learning, online conference, new areas. Very well done. And then I know finally I really want to thank Nina and Nicole, because Nina and Nicole, they have been just fantastic. Nina was running, she was putting labels of LAK20 everywhere. I saw new promotional material. When the crisis, the corona crisis got tough, she was looking in the internet to get the hand disinfection stuff that was almost sold out already, but she found one and put it there. So Nina, you were really great. Thank you very much for all the efforts. And Nicole, for the same, you're pregnant, you're almost giving birth, but you have been always supporting us. So really many thanks from us, from the community, to all your efforts. We could also not be here without you. And I thought we should go out and everybody gets one flower, and we put all these flowers together, the 112, and pass over that big strauss of blue flowers to you, both of you. Thank you very much. And this is, yeah, an applause. I don't have the applause, but Abelardo, you still have the applause button. Maybe we should enable the microphones and give applause to Nina and Nicole. Thank you very much. And now you think LAK20 is over, 10 years of LAK. What are you going to do the next week? I have the same. I'm wondering what I'm going to do there in the next weeks, but safe travels home. I think they will be pretty safe this time, because most of you are almost home, and stay healthy and use your hand sanitizers always. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.